We're here today to talk about PTK, what PTK has to offer, why it's important to take advantage of PTK as a community college student, and just what is PTK in general. And based on my experience and Tala's experience, we will be happy to show what PTK has done for us so far and what it can do for you.
Thank you so much, Julia. I just want to say before we get started that this year I'm so happy to be serving alongside one of my chapter members as well as my best friend on the region and the chapter level, and I couldn't have asked for a better teammate. But I just want to give a shout out to everyone here today because you chose to, despite all the challenges, you chose to be here with us. You chose to start a new journey, and we are so grateful to have you join us. When I say that PTK changed my life and Yulia's life, it's really not an understatement because it really changed our college experience. It helped us grow. It helped us meet people. And we remember being in this moment right here, being welcomed by our chapters. And, you know, just to be on the other end of it and welcoming new members is a pleasure in its own. So I really want to thank you for joining us. And I want to thank you for giving us the chance to welcome you into our family.
Here's why we're here. So we will start off where we will welcome people, as I already mentioned, who already been involved in the PTK on the chapter level and maybe planning on getting involved in PTK. And we will get over to an explanation of what is PTK and the chapters. So I will just start with simply explaining which chapter I'm from. I'm from Auburn Hills, OCC, and my chapter is Auburn Hills chapter, which is Alpha Omicron Rho. I got involved with PTK 2 years ago, and my PTK chapter welcomed me, and they showed me what is PTK and how I can use PTK to grow and develop myself as a leader. So we have, besides our chapters, each OCC campus has a chapter, and besides your chapter, you can also get involved on the regional level. If Tala would like to tell us a little bit more about region and how many chapters we have in our region.
Yeah, for sure. So we have worldwide, we have almost 1,300 different chapters. And I know we're going to talk about the different OCC chapters in just a minute here, but, you know, like we're different chapters, we have our different projects, but we're still, you know, part of the same family. In Michigan, we have 31 chapters. And we have 4 different OCC chapters, one for every campus, except for Royal Oak and Southfield. They share the same chapter. And you can get involved on the chapter level. You can be an active member if you're not looking into joining an officer team. You can still do amazing work and make the most out of your experience. And then if you decide to take that up to another level, you can start getting involved within your region. Yulia and I both decided to run for a regional position, president and vice president. We also have secretary treasurer as well as PR historian. And then also, if you want to take your leadership to another level, we have international officers who serve. We have a president and a vice president for each division. So the United States is, it's split into 4 divisions. We are part of Division 3, the Michigan region, and it's a region of its own. Some states have like a combined region, but we have our own region with 31 chapters. So today we also want to talk a little bit about full and provisional memberships, and this would be a great opportunity for if you have any friends that are interested in joining PTK, they haven't qualified or they haven't purchased their membership yet, please let them know about our orientation tomorrow so they can come here and learn about some ways to get involved. We're going to talk about the different college, the 2 different projects that we have. We're going to talk about fellowship, again, the most, my favorite of all 4 hallmarks. We're going to talk a little bit about Induction, Catalyst, which is an international convention. And then we're going to have an open forum for you to ask questions, and we will end by adjourning the meeting.
Well, I would love to. So first things first, excuse me. I feel like a lot of you, I don't know, you can put it in the chat, like where you heard about PTK, what brought you to this meeting. Maybe somebody referred you, maybe one of your professors told you about PTK. Maybe you saw a flyer or maybe you saw something on social media. So feel free to share how you heard about PTK from the first place in the chat. So new members is people who start joining, and to join, to become a new member, you if you received an email, I see that somebody put the invitation emails. So if you qualify, if you have a GPA 3.5 or more, and if you've taken 12 or more credits at OCC, you will be qualified to join PTK. So you will be able to receive an email saying, congratulations, you made it. You are invited to Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, which is, when I first received my invitation in my email, I was very excited. And even though I didn't know much about it, but just saying and hearing that I made it, I maintained my GPA, I did it, I'm now eligible to join. Let's learn a little bit more about it. We can go to the next slide. So what is PTK? What is the mission of Phi Theta Kappa? I will just use my own words, like as I've been involved as PTK, I see that Phi Theta Kappa mission is more about helping you grow, helping you step out of your comfort zone, but also they want to highlight the academic achievement of two-year college students and provide those opportunities for you to grow and for you to expand your leadership and take advantage of numerous scholarship opportunities, as well as traveling and as well as making connections that will help you throughout your career path. I would like to invite Ella to talk about 4 hallmarks of Phi Theta Kappa.
So think of Phi Theta Kappa as a building, and it needs, it needs the 4 pillars. The 4 pillars of PTK are leadership, scholarship, fellowship, and service. Leadership is not only about the medals, the shiny medals, we all love them. We love the pins, we love showing that off, but that's not what PTK is all about. It's about helping you grow, helping you learn how to invest the skills that you have in a way to help your community and your fellow scholars. Scholarship, it's not only about applying for scholarships and getting money, but it's also about helping you grow as a scholar and becoming more involved and helping give back to the community that helped you get to this point. Fellowship, it's also not about only having fun and laughing. It's also about creating those unforgettable memories, making those lifelong friends, and changing the way that you view community college and the way that you go about your college experience. Service, it's not only about fundraising or donating supplies. It's also about knowing how to lead your community and organizing events that will benefit everyone and giving back. And they're all very important. Obviously, you can't do without one of them. However, Michigan is known as the region of fellowship. And, if we had been in person and we would have been able to go to our leadership outdoor conference, you would have seen the fellowship and how everyone is so welcoming. Everyone, is always participating in fun activities, coming up with ways to create and build up this family. And we can go to the next slide here. I'm going to talk a little bit about why you should join PTK and some of the benefits that you gain. So the first thing is, we talked about the shiny medals, recognizing your outstanding academic accomplishments, because you made it this far and you made it because of your hard work. You got a GPA of 3.5 or higher, and you should, applaud yourself for that, because that's a great achievement. When you're a college student, it's much harder to be able to work and manage other commitments. And then on top of that, your classes and exceeding in your classes and having that outstanding accomplishments. The next thing is also to provide you with competitive employment transfer and research edge that will help ensure your future success. On the PTK website, you know, it's a whole world by itself, but you can go to the PTK website and you will be able to find those 4 edges. You can finish, they are online self-paced courses. You can take them on your own time, and once you're done, you'll get badges, electronic badges, and then you'll be able to get your pin and showcase that, hey, I've completed this. The competitive edge will help you gain the soft skills that you need in your day-to-day life. Employment edge, if you're looking into going to the workforce after you obtain a college degree or certificate, this would be amazing to help you look for internships or get ready for your interviews and job hunting. The transfer edge, if you're looking into transferring after community college, this will tell you all about how you can transfer, the questions that you need to ask admissions counselors, you know, how to pick the college how to pick a university where you feel welcome, just like in your community college. And the research edge, if you're like me and if you hate research, this is an absolute must, because it really helped me better understand how to analyze sources, how to look for credible sources, and how to, you know, go about my research, how to conduct interviews or some surveys. I'm going to kick it back to you, Yulia, to talk about some other benefits.
Thank you, Tara. I think you did an amazing job explaining the edges that we have to offer. And again, they are all available. They will be available to you as soon as you join your membership. So within one click of your mouse, you can explore all of them and then receive a certification that you did it, you achieved it. Another very, not less important, but very important aspect of why joining PTK is scholarships. As you can see on the screen, 37 million in scholarships through ptk.org and Connect. So how would you would think, like, how am I going to be eligible? Like, there's so many, there's like 1,300 chapters, there's so many people, and how these money may be available to me? Well, there's different parts of scholarships that you may qualify. So as you get involved, you will be also eligible for PTK competitive scholarships and PTK transfer scholarships. So if you have any questions regarding that, I highly recommend that you talk to your chapter advisor, who can help you a little bit more to understand the whole process of application. And as of right now, until December, I believe that it's December 1st, PTK competitive scholarship application is open. So if you're currently involved in your chapter, definitely learn a little bit more about it. Last year, myself and Tala, we applied for PTK competitive scholarships, and we were able to be recognized as all Michigan team members, and it was a beautiful ceremony, and we were recognized by leadership and beautiful medals and a beautiful luncheon that was held in Lansing. I see it as a highlight of my year. So another part is how you can be eligible for transfer scholarships is when you transfer to an institution, and they all vary. So it will be based on what institution has to offer. I know that Oakland University has like 3 different PTK scholarships, starting with $10,000 to 5 and to, I believe, $2,500. So those are all will be applied to you as a PTK member. As soon as you transfer, you admit it, they will show up on your record that these money will be taken off your tuition, and you don't have to pay them back. They will be yours to use. And I feel like, again, it's your achievement. That's how you recognize it. And if this can help you financially, take advantage of it. If you have any other questions regarding scholarships, please put your questions in the chat. We'll be happy to answer you or guide you. Another opportunity is you can be, if you're a writer, you can be published in Phi Theta Kappa anthology Nota Bene. So if you have a passion towards writing and you would love to submit your work, you have a chance to be published on such a higher level and be recognized. Again, opportunities to develop professional research and leadership skills. You can again be recognized and helped in such a various ways. Like your advisors will be the ones who can help you get the job that you want. For example, you will know and have those connections that can help you and write a recommendation letter for you. I personally was very grateful last year when I needed a letter of recommendation, and my advisor from Auburn Hills were more than happy to help me with that. Again, research, we will talk a little bit more about HAA project and college project in which you do use your research skills. Again, as Stella mentioned, I agree, research can be really hard and very confusing. PTK makes it easier through the research edge to explain and put into little pieces what you need in order to perform a good research project. And again, you will need those skills when you transfer to a 4-year, or maybe you will be working in some sort of a project in your history class. You never know when you will need it, but PTK is there to help you find it. And leadership skills, stepping out of your comfort zone. Again, I want to highlight that when I moved to the United States, I didn't know that I didn't see myself as a leader. It was completely new to me. I wanted it, I really wanted it, but I was shy and I didn't believe in myself, but PTK helped me to step out of my comfort zone and really push it forward to the next level. And right now, when I look back, I would never really see that girl going that far and serve on the regional level alongside with such an amazing individual as my chapter and the regional officer, Kala. If we can go to the next one. Yep. As we see that, so from what you already heard, you see that there's a lot of different benefits. And you might think like, it sounds so good. It sounds so amazing. What do I need to take advantage of it? And just besides all of that list, there's more. You will be able to use, have some special benefits. I believe that there's an American credit card that you can be applied and use benefits as a PTK member. Also financial offers such as I believe Geico, as a PTK member, you will be qualified for Geico discount and memberships. And PTK always working on different ways to expand their benefits. And I believe just recently they launched this new program of how to get a job and working for Apple. So if any of you looking forward or has a dream or working for Apple, there's many opportunities and many connections that they can help you with it. All right, and on this note, we would love to introduce you to a video to talk a little bit about PTK and just from the perspective of members all over the world and what they have to say, how PTK changed their lives.
Phi Theta Kappa changed my life. Before, I didn't really have any leadership skills in high school, kind of just kept to myself. Now, I'm really motivated. I'm involved in my chapter. I'm chapter president, so I'm kind of a role model within my chapter.
I'm the firstborn in the United States of my family, and I am also the first to distinguish myself with grades in college. And Phi Theta Kappa helps keep me motivated and is going to help me transfer to a 4-year university.
By joining Phi Theta Kappa, I was able to receive college-based scholarships that ended up helping me get the financial assistance I needed to join a 4-year university.
When I joined Phi Theta Kappa, my self-confidence in what I can do and what I could be better at just kind of hit the roof.
Many students, the last thing they thought about was college. The last thing anybody could have told them when they were in high school is, you're going to be a member of the Honor Society someday.
Phi Theta Kappa makes a huge difference in their confidence, in their ability to represent themselves in public, in their ability to succeed. Phi Theta Kappa can change their lives.
I'm a deferred action student, so it was really difficult for me to find internships and just being able to find scholarships. And they say one door closes, another door opens, and that honestly was true. Once I opened the door for Phi Theta Kappa, many doors opened for me.
One of the greatest things about a college education is that it gives you control over your own destiny. You have choices. I will urge you to embrace that autonomy, embrace that control, and double down on the values of this organization. Channel as much of your incredible talents and passion as you can into a good cause that is close to your heart.
We had a student who graduated last in her high school class. This past December, she graduated with an associate's degree, Phi Theta Kappa, and has moved on to Rutgers University. That, to me, is a highlight.
Once the student joins Phi Theta Kappa, doors open. They're receiving offers from schools saying, please come, we want you. We're excited to have you.
Phi Theta Kappa actually opened my eyes so I can look beyond the ordinary and apply to an Ivy League school. And that Ivy League school was Harvard University. And I actually got accepted to Harvard University in January.
I always used to think that in this generation, being a young Muslim woman could have put a barrier on me, but Phi Theta Kappa has led me to believe that we're all in this together. We're all accepted equally, and I can come out strong and as a motivational figure.
You in the audience, you are the leaders of the future. You are the ones at the cutting edge of progress in society.
You know, the highlight of this video for me was John Legend speaking. I'm a huge fan. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about becoming a member. If we're all members here, then we know that we received this invitation because we have 12 credit hours completed. We also have a GPA of 3.5 or higher. You know, we've received an invitation from PTK headquarters and your chapter. Sometimes we get questions from eligible members who have fulfilled their requirements but haven't received an invitation yet. If that happens, please feel free to let your advisor know. Sometimes the invitation for some reason doesn't go out, and they can definitely be able to help you with that. I know of a few people who had this problem, and we talked to the advisor and got them an invitation. You also, to be eligible for full membership, you need to adhere to the moral standards of the society. We also have the provisional membership, and it's great. You know, if you know of anyone who is outstanding in there, like they have like outstanding educational record, and you feel like they would be able to represent what Phi Theta Kappa is about, but haven't fulfilled their requirements for membership. They can be students who are just starting. They're doing really good in their classes. They need a way to get involved. You can talk to them about provisional membership and how they can still get involved. I know that for my chapter, to become a provisional member, you need to pay a $35 fee, and then eventually when you become eligible and receive your invitation, you'll just pay that extra amount to pay your full membership fee. So if you know of anyone who is interested in joining Phi Theta Kappa but is not eligible yet, let them know that they can still be involved. They can still reach out to their chapters and introduce themselves and get help out with projects or help out in any capacity that they're comfortable. And then when they fulfill the requirements, they can become a member. Feel free to take a screenshot of this, write this down, keep it in handy because you're gonna need to contact your advisor if you have any questions. They have a wealth of knowledge and they'd be more than happy to help you with any questions that you have. Next, we have some PTK, some of the two major projects that we have. We have the College Project and Honors in Action. I'm going to talk a little bit about College Project and hand it over to Yulia for HIA. The College Project is basically you meeting with your the Dean of Student Services in your campus, asking them about, what do you need help with this year? Is there anything that we as Phi Theta Kappa honors students can help out with? And based on the feedback that you receive, you'll be able to do workshops, service projects, fellowship projects, or anything that is needed to help your campus. Just to give you a quick example, last year, Dean Hawkins asked us to focus on the mental health side for the students because, we were going under a lot of stress, and we thought that, mental health, students' mental health really mattered, but not only them, also faculty and staff. So what we did is we did a yoga session for students, to help them relieve some of that stress. We did a meditation session with an ex-monk, and the yoga session was with a certified yoga instructor who was also an officer from our chapter. We just were able to relieve some of that stress. We also had some resources available for students to help them with their research, with like study groups or anything they needed that was offered by the ASC and the library. And eventually we decided that we also needed to recognize that instructors needed some, instructors, staff, and faculty that were also putting in a lot of work. So our chapter put together, little gift bags with handwritten notes, and we just distributed them to faculty and staff. And we were just thanking them for everything that they've done for their students that semester, and just showing that appreciation and gratitude. And the college project, could be as simple as that. It could also be, the previous year they had a scholarship for the survivors of human trafficking in the Auburn Hills campus. So really, whatever your college needs, you're going to be addressing that need and helping to find some ways to accomplish something through the college project. Take it away, Yulia.
Thank you, Tom. Honors in action, another way people who are already involved in PTK community call it HIA. And at first when I got involved, my first question was like, what is HIA? What are these people talking about? Like, I wanted to learn a little bit more about. And as simply as HIA, it's a research project that combines academic research, problem solving, and action-oriented service to address real-world challenges in our communities. So it can be pretty much anything that your chapter offices agrees to do. So you can impact, you can make a difference on a very high worldwide level. So it doesn't have to be necessarily something that you do in your community. As a college project is mainly based on your college and how you can help the students. HIA is more broad and more open to all sort of ways to communicate with different people all over the world to kind of help you create an impact. This program is flexible, and all people, based on your chapter, you will be communicating with your officers to pick what your main interest is for your college project. So HIA is a requirement to be a 5-star. So there's, I don't know if we mentioned this, but you can, your chapter has a different levels. So you can be a 1-star chapter, 2-star chapter, 3, 4, and 5-star chapter. So if your chapter following these guidelines, if you want to maintain your 5-star chapter status, HIA is one of the requirements. Again, from just referring to the last year and even right now in the middle of pandemic, I'm proud to say that our chapter in Auburn Hills, we've been maintaining the status of 5-star chapter, and we've been working in order to be recognized in working on our honors in action, as well as college project. We can go to the next chat. We have a little bit more about HIA that pretty much sums up the whole idea of this HIA project has an amazing opportunity to create a course of action. And action, the reason it's highlighted on our slide because it's what you make of it and how you do research, then you implement the action, and then you write about it. You see what you did, you kind of summarize it in a way so you can show it to people what you've done and what you got out of it. It's a great again, great opportunity, community opportunity to build leadership skills in members. I can say that I'm proud to been serving in my and being a part of this role and being a part of Honors in Action in our chapter. And we have amazing people who worked on last year and current year in both projects.
Absolutely. And then on the next slide, we also see some more insights on the college project that, I've talked a little bit about. So we can go to the next slide, Ken. And for the next few slides, there are some pictures from our Honors in Action project. For the fellowship on the next slide, we had a virtual fellowship where we colored, we had face masks on, and not the face masks that we wear to grocery, to shops or anything. We had actual face masks. We were drinking some tea and just relaxing. We colored an Excel sheet. We were having some fun. We recreated an image of a dabbing unicorn, and then a picture from when we were actually on campus. On the next slide, you see three different chapters. Yuli and I volunteered at Forgotten Harvest Farms to harvest corn and onions. The Orchard Ridge campus had a campus cleanup project, and Highland Lakes had an event where they helped out with recognizing veterans on Veterans Day. They also collaborated with RWB. They were passing out flags and just helping to remember the people that served the country and to honor veterans. And then we had, something that we all look forward to, the induction ceremony, where you get your rose. If you're a chapter officer, your chapter medal or medallion. Unfortunately, this year it's going to be virtual. You'll still get all your stuff, though. You'll still get the recognition. I think a perk of it is being with your entire family, because if we were on campus, you would only be able to bring, one or two guests. Virtually, you'll be able to celebrate your achievements with all your friends, your family, socially distant, and we will get more information to you on the induction pretty soon, but it's going to be in the winter semester of 2021. Oh, I was just going to highlight some of the things about Phi Theta Kappa. It's the largest honor society in higher education. As mentioned before, there are 1,300 chapters worldwide. Across all 50 states and some foreign countries as well. We have international chapters. More than 3.5 million students have been inducted since the organization has been founded in 1918. And there are about 130,000 students that are inducted annually. Here you can see a picture of PTK headquarters, which is the dream of any member to visit and just see the Center of Excellence in Jackson, Mississippi.
Please let us know if you have any questions, if you need further guidance on how to contact your chapter advisor, or maybe if you received an invitation and if you're wondering, should I join, or if you already joined and you're having questions on what to do with this, now when I have this access, we will be happy to answer any questions. If you have a question regarding scholarships, or you would like to maybe join your local chapter and become involved.